To my crazy family members who took it upon themselves to remove the flowers from my grandma and grandpa's grave, I hope they haunt you. See, it's stuff like this. It's people being this level of trashy that's going to have to put security systems in cemeteries. Because if my memory serves me correctly, then isn't it the only person that's supposed to touch the flowers whatsoever is supposed to be the groundskeeper when the flowers are actually, like, dead? Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video for the day. We're going back into r/iamatotalpieceofsh. And if you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more content like this in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and if you have not already, subscribe and turn on those notifications. Alrighty, let's get into this. Let's go. Dear anonymous passerby, don't worry, you're safe now. Your act of casual cruelty was successful. The complaint you lodged with the HOA was heard. They had me take down the small tree fort that I built on this location with my sons during the pandemic. No longer will its presence offend your walk past my house. Please enjoy your stroll free from the sound of my children's play and laughter. They are safely back inside now, watching television, I'm sure. Enjoy the unobstructed view of my backyard. I will try to keep it up to code best. God, I hate HOAs and I don't even live in a community with one. Like, seriously, I'm 100% certain that HOAs were created just to give Karens something to do. Yeah, the thing you're doing on your property over there, your own private property, yeah, that upsets me. Take it down. Seriously, HOAs are just downright stupid. I don't know if there's anywhere else in the world, but in the US, the ones that do exist here, yeah, they're ridiculous. Cars too fancy? We can't have that outside. Cars not fancy enough? We can't have that outside. Doing something on your own private property that doesn't impact anyone in a negative way? Well, Karen down the street, president of the HOA, Dave, they don't like it whatsoever. Mom caught with a pew-pew, can't say that on YouTube, outside of Disney World, blamed 6-year-old son, deputies say. So not only did you try to bring that thing into one of the happiest places on earth, or what they're saying, you're throwing your son under the bus when you're caught, too. Why? Please do not throw money or any other objects into the water. But you fail to realize that the majority of the people in this can't read for their life. Seriously, there could be a button that says do not press, and you do know what somebody would be wanting to try to call bluff with. Ooh, button I want to press. Click. Seriously, that, and during the whole pandemic thing, we had at my work, one of the benches had to be covered by wet floor signs with paper label on that literally per sign said one word, do not sit here. And at least 3 times a week, I would have somebody who literally took the last one, the one that said here, off, and then sat there. So I can definitely vouch for this. People really are that stupid. God forbid people like this see signs that say wet paint. To the employees at Dairy Queen on blank drive, F you. It was so hot today, and Jack was begging for an ice cream. I don't get paid until Thursday, so I said no, and he started screaming. Obviously, this broke my heart, so I took him to Dairy Queen. I went in and politely asked them for an ice cream, and they said no. Jack started bawling again, and I explained to them that I can't afford the ice cream, and that they are making my son cry. After 5 minutes of arguing with the bee at the cash register, and my son having a meltdown, the manager told me to leave, or he would call the police. I have never been more angry or embarrassed in my entire life. Do not go to this location, and if you work there, F off and die. But instead, how about this lovely counteroffer? You come into a business with money to buy the product, not just ask nicely. And based on your lovely attitude and response, I can see where your child gets the lovely tantrum attitude from. Like, seriously, I've had people come into my work without their wallets, but they at least say, okay, I'll grab it from my car. This person didn't even do that. Like, how much audacity do you need to walk into a place of business, want the business, but not have to pay for it? And you honestly think that the world can just go your perfect way because your son starts crying in the middle of public? Like, seriously, I hate to break it to you, lady, the world don't do that. You know, I saw this and I just felt like saying something. For people that are going back to businesses that are just now opening up and having their dine-in areas reestablished, please be respectful and don't let your kid throw stuff on the floor. Seriously. Also, who in the world is this messy of an eater? Like, Jesus. Hospital worker in Birmingham on the virus's ward used a dead patient's bank card to buy crisps, sweets, and fizzy drinks from the vending machine. Okay, honestly, look, when I woke up, I was not not expecting to see this. And you know, in the thing of video games where you loot dead bodies, let's just keep that strictly to video games, okay? Like, honestly, this should cost the person their job alone. Everyone makes mistakes, says teen who karate kicked a 74-year-old man into River Mercy. Okay, it's been a little while since I've done any karate, but I will tell you this, there is no kick that you do that is accidental. Plus, the only real kick that has like a pushing forward power is the side kick, and you don't accidentally do one of those, because that uses the entire bottom of your foot. I just was wondering, what your handicap? You seem to be walking just fine, and no, being butt ugly is not a handicap. Yeah, anybody who has the nerve to leave this really needs to have a reality check, because there's a whole lot of handicaps that aren't actually visible, epilepsy being one of the first ones that can come to mind. Honestly, for me, as long as the person either has the placard hanging in their window or the license plate with the little wheelchair sign on it, they're perfectly fine to park in there, and nobody should really contest that whatsoever. And honestly, I've already lost a lot of faith in humanity, because one of the comments in the post just had me really confused. It said, I have a prosthetic leg, and I still have people questioning me what my disability is. Like, do you not see the leg missing? You shouldn't drink or smoke while pregnant, because it can cause birth defects and disabilities. Okay, why are we so scared of having disabled children? Just another classic example of ableism, eugenics, and policing what women do with their bodies. People shouldn't be scared of kids with disabilities, but at the same time, if you're wanting to have a kid, don't make it a goal. Police have arrested a Hialeah woman who investigators say got into an argument with her ex-boyfriend and began sending him disturbing videos of her suffocating and repeatedly slapping their 5-week-old baby girl and threatening to kill the child. According to the arrest report, blank 19 even falsely claimed the baby had already died, along with messages including, I'm just act like it's an accident, and F this baby. Blank was booked into a Miami-Dade jail early Monday on felony charges including child abuse, child neglect, and domestic strangulations. Blank's newborn is now safe and under observation at a hospital. Another of Blank's children, a 1-year-old child, is also safe and is with a relative. According to law enforcement, the father sent the videos to a caseworker with the Florida Department of Children and Families, who went to try and find Blank at her home on the 2400 block of this location. Unable to find her, she reported the missing children to Hialeah police, which mobilized officers for an urgent search throughout Sunday. 4 stars, lovely atmosphere, and delicious drama, well-prepared and presented food, disappointingly small but fashionable proportions. A wonderful staff was very friendly and very helpful. Problem is, they don't know what they're doing. In these hard virus lockdown times, I just helped the waiters and didn't give them much of a tip. They will learn at least they have jobs. Ah yes, that'll teach them. You know what would have made their day even better? You never even showing up. And the whole thing of at least they still have jobs, you do realize that for some reason food businesses can pay their employees below minimum wage so that they have to rely on tips. At least that's what it's like in the US. Plus also, speaking of the US, I don't know if this is other places in the area, but around my place, unemployment benefits were paying out more than the people that were actually still marked as essential employees. So we had a whole lot of people that didn't want to go back to work because they were getting paid more than the people that were actually working. Bobby, an elderly cat, survived after swimming around the bay and making it back on the land. A French youth fined €2,500 after throwing local favorite Bobby the cat into Spinola Bay Sea. I don't even know why the dude decided to throw the cat. Like, the cat is more welcome around there than you, easily. And if I ever got the chance to meet this cat, I would very quickly give him some little squishy cat treats. Personally, I favor dogs over cats for having animals as pets, but if I do see a cat, I'ma pet the kitty, because I still like them. Cashier shot in the face for requiring a mask and cut to oxygen flow from a customer when no such legal mandate exists. People need their groceries to survive. You can't take over the market for an essential service people require to live and then require people to be muzzled just to get essentials to survive. There is a common understanding amongst Americans that you can't survive without food, cause and effect. People will stand up for their innate rights, especially in a place like a great state of Georgia. I hope this business learns their lesson to avoid future unnecessary tragedy by recognizing the responsibility of an essential service. Dictatorial mandates brought on by unscientific Pol Pots and a fear-based disinfo media are commonplace, and it is hard to understand fact from fiction. Stick to to what is universal, your right to exist and function on society without being ordered to have your oxygen flow cut off, and a muzzle that challenges your inner spirit. Tyrants will eventually be challenged when people are pushed over the edge. Get used to it, retrain your staff, and stop acting like sheep. You're American, start acting like it. Look, even though things are starting to loosen up and people that are vaccinated are not required to wear masks in the majority of places, still private businesses can enforce their own dress code policies. And seriously, somebody got hurt because of this stuff. But no, you want to make it all about you because you feel like having this thing over your face is making it so you can't function normally in society. Some people like this I really wish were muzzled, because then we wouldn't be hearing this kind of nonsense coming out of their mouth. Oh, boo-hoo, you can't put that thing over your face for the 20 minutes you're going to be shopping in there? Oh, why not? Why not complain to the cashier who's had to wear their mask for hours on end? And with no issue either. And seriously, a common understanding amongst Americans that you can't survive without food, is that must be new knowledge. Wow, I didn't realize humans couldn't survive without food. And honestly, if you are having trouble breathing with your little homemade mask, choose a different material, because there is stuff that is, like, easier to work with. Or, you know, just go with one of those medical grade disposable ones. And with that is going to have to be it with the video. If you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more content like this in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and if you have not already, subscribe and turn on those notifications. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.